Yeah, so I'm 20 years old. My name's Millie. My name on TikTok is Milhood, Milhood. On my page, you'll find recipe videos, you'll find what I eat in a day, workout inspired videos, like what's helped me. I share a lot of pudding because I have a sweet tooth. So I
Nice.
share pretty much anything I can, anything I feel like recording. You'll find a bit of all sorts on there, basically.
Amazing. So it's kind of a lifestyle
Yeah.
TikTok. Yeah, lots of different things going on. And what made you start TikTok and get an account?
So I'd seen loads of people doing it,
Hmm.
and I've been dieting on and off, trying so many different diets for God knows how many years, probably since I was like 16, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
Um, Never stuck with anything. And then I saw the whole calorie deficit thing, and I thought, wow, okay, like let me do a little bit more research into this. Like I need to know what I'm doing first and all of that jazz. So
yeah.
sort of like, searched it myself, understood everything. My boyfriend actually bought me an Apple Watch for my birthday last year, so I
Nice.
thought good that I actually try and use it now.
Yeah.
Um, any exercise, I wasn't happy with how I looked, didn't
Hmm.
like what I saw in the mirror, and I just felt my confidence dropping and dropping and dropping, and I was in such a dark place.
Mm.
Um, I just really wanted to do it for myself and do it for
Yeah.
me. I can feel my confidence coming back, definitely.
So for you, it's a weight loss journey, but it's also around how you feel and building your confidence as well.
Yeah, and definitely from a mental health point of view, completely different, like
Hmm.
compared to
And
completely.
what would you say your top three things that you've done that have really helped you be most successful in this journey to become more confident?
So working out,
Hmm.
I know a lot of people on a calorie deficit say obviously you don't need to work out, like as long as you're eating within your deficit, you're fine, you'll lose weight guaranteed regardless.
Yeah,
But for me, working out physically and mentally makes me feel so much better.
yeah.
Um, it boosts my mood so much. I have a ring fit, which is the only workout I do, and
Okay.
I am obsessed with it.
Really?
Like
Oh, cool.
I did to do a workout.
Yeah. Is that
um
when you do like challenges and stuff as well?
yeah, so
Yeah.
you so much on there, like you can do the adventure world, which is what I do.
Yeah.
And you level up and you do different like workouts, you can pick a
Nice.
routine, you can make your own workout, you can do like mini games. I find it really fun and just really interesting to do. It doesn't get boring. Yeah, I love it.
That sounds amazing. And I think that's what it's all about, isn't it? Finding something that you actually enjoy and you feel good about doing. Because I think we've all had like people in the gym or personal trainers say the only way to lose weight or get fit is this. Whereas actually you're doing it through Ring Fit. I'm predominantly doing it through walking. And I think most people can do that as well.
Yeah, definitely. I've had so many people that have come to me and said, like, you have influenced me to get a ring fit, and they tell me how much they
Wow.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a good
um,
feeling.
yeah,
I absolutely love that. I love it when like I'm still don't believe it's because of me, but people say, "Oh, I saw your video about this or that, and now I'm doing this," and it's just amazing that we can like share these top tips and like positively influence people.
I know, it's such a good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, and people saying that they're doing a ring fit workout and
yeah,
they it's just such a good feeling because to me, like I've tried all sorts of workouts before, like the Chloe
hmm,
Ting ones, and to be
yeah,
honest, I don't enjoy them. Like each
yeah,
to their own. Some people love them, and I see people doing
yeah,
them like every day. Try to
yeah.
get into them, and I'm like, no, that's not for me.
Not for
Like I
you.
don't like.
Yeah, and it's good to just try different things, I think, and then figure out what works best for you. Because
Yeah,
forcing yourself to do it when you don't enjoy it, you're never going to stick to it. I've done that in the past with exercise and with food, like eating certain types of food or cutting certain foods out. But yeah, definitely with exercise, whatever you enjoy, do that, and then you'll stick to it because you'll get the physical benefits, but also the mental health benefits as well of just moving your body more.
yeah. I feel great after I've done a workout. Like I will finish my
Yeah.
workout, and I so glad that I did the workout in the beginning, even
Yeah,
though there's days I wake up, I really don't want to do it. But then after I've done it, even if I only go on for about half an hour, I'm
yeah,
like, right, I feel so done it now.
definitely. And do you do it at the same time every day, or do you just sort of do it when you feel like it? How do you structure it?
So I try to do it when I wake up first thing in the morning. So
Okay.
I'm not a person. I know everyone says breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I'll wake up, I'll have a coffee, and then I'll
Yeah,
think, right, I'm it.
yeah.
And then sometimes after because I'm quite hungry. But by the time I've done the ring fit workout, usually it's around 11:30.
Hmm.
So I just have a big lunch.
Yeah,
But yeah, you get it done in the morning. I feel like if I leave it until 4, 5 o'clock, I feel like I can only do half an hour because I've left it so late.
yeah.
So definitely I try and get it done.
I definitely notice that as well. If I don't really get ahead of it on the day, I can't be bothered by the time I get to the evening, especially if I've been working. I just think, oh, I'm never going to hit my, like, if I'm trying to hit 10K steps, I think I'm nowhere near close. What is the point? But if I can get to, like, I don't know, 6,000 by lunchtime, I'm thinking, right, I'm going to make this happen. And I know that I'm going to get there. So you mentioned that you're not much of a breakfast person, and I think that's interesting as well because diet culture or health and wellness culture says that you have to structure your day in a certain way. And I I love breakfast. I'm starving by the time I wake up, but I think it just goes to show you need to set your day up what best works for you. You don't have to
Yeah.
follow what anyone else tells you.
No, I agree. And some mornings I wake up and I really, really fancy breakfast. Like yesterday, I made some protein pancakes and they were delicious. And I was like,
Nice.
wow, I fancied breakfast yesterday.
Yeah.
But some wake up, I have a coffee and I just think, oh, I don't want anything to eat yet. But
Yeah.
at the start of my weight loss journey, I felt like pressured to have to eat breakfast every morning.
Yeah.
And now routine and now I've like got into what I'm posting, I don't feel the pressure at all. I think if I fancy breakfast, I'll have it. If
Hmm.
not, I'll make up calories throughout the day and I'll have a bigger lunch.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think that's so good because you're listening to your body and your own lifestyle and your own routine and what works for you, and you're going
Mm.
to stick to it that way because there's only so many breakfasts you can like force yourself to have before you think, oh, I'm just not going to do that anymore.
Yeah. I found that baked oats is a very good breakfast. Jumped on the trend as soon as I
Nice,
saw that. I love
nice.
them. If I am feeling breakfast, I will try and have some fruit for the morning as well to start my day. Even if I don't want like a big breakfast, I'll cut up maybe an apple, have a kiwi or a banana with it. Try and get some fruit in first thing in the morning. Otherwise, I like having low calorie fry ups as like a breakfast slash lunch.
Yeah,
I feel like a really good filling meal to have. If I don't actually fancy breakfast, I'll have it, like I said, around 11, 12ish.
yeah. Oh, brunch is the best. I think brunch is like the best meal of the day.
Same. I love it. I'm all here for it. People probably TikTok's like, she's having another brunch again. I'm like, oh wow, it's too good.
Yes, I am having another brunch. Yeah. You just got to own it as well because there's someone's always going to have a different opinion to what you should do. And I think as soon the day you can think you do your way, I'll do my way because this works for me, then it's winning. You're onto a winner there.
Yeah. I had a lot of comments when I first started saying you should and shouldn't be doing this. And I just
Yeah,
thought, like, yes, I am new to this. And I thought, oh, and I was kind of letting those comments affect, like, I kind of didn't want to carry on making TikToks. And I
yeah,
thought, I'm my comments off, or I'm just going to have to delete any negative comments I get. And it
yeah,
was really getting, I'm quite the person who will get like quite anxious and paranoid about people's comments and what they
yeah,
think. So I just kind of, I don't know how, but I managed to get over that, carried on, and now I don't get any negative comments at all.
yeah.
So we've kind of learned, okay, that's her style. If that's what she wants to do, just carry on.
It's so interesting about the comments because I was exactly the same when I first started. Every time I got a notification with a comment, I'd almost not want to open it because I was really scared that someone would be just saying something horrible to me. And I would take it personally, even if it's someone I'll
Same,
never meet. That comment will stay with me for a really long time. And
same here.
yeah, it's a shame when people just sort of become a keyboard warrior and don't think about how the person might feel. But I just thought I'll keep going, because the main reason I set this account up was for the accountability for me to like stick at it. And the fact it's taken off is amazing. But now, yeah, I almost only get positive comments, and the odd negative one, it's usually someone having a discussion with somebody else in my comments rather than directed at me specifically.
Yeah, which is really good. That's amazing that you only get good comments now. I'm really grateful that any negative ones I got have stopped now.
Yeah,
Because like you forever, like people's words can hurt, and like if
yeah.
somebody's person and you think, oh, if they don't like that, like I think I
Mm.
should change.
And it's so, I think, especially when you've got a health and like wellness or fitness account, or like food choices, it's so personal, and it puts you in quite a vulnerable position, saying like, this is who I am, what I look like, and for someone to comment on it. On the one hand, yeah, we're inviting comments because we're putting our lives into the public space, but on the other hand, it's yeah, I think people need to just be really careful with what they say. But it sounds like both of us are getting like quite nice comments now, which is good.
It's nice. It is nice because, like you said, you are putting yourself out there for somebody to give their opinion,
Yeah,
but at the
you
same
are.
time, your opinion. But I know people will give it.
Yeah,
So yeah, I came into it like really open minded, and my mum said to me like, "Oh, Mills, like you might get a few comments that
yeah,
you know can't please everyone. You might get some nasty comments." And so she kind of warned me, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I know." But me being me, I thought I'm not going to get any nasty comments. I did.
yeah,
Um, wasn't expecting it, but at the end of the day, some of them I deleted, some of them I replied to, and some of them I've just left completely. And I thought I'm not even going to reply.
I think it's tough with this kind of account, where it's great because like we can help lots of people, but then also sometimes people put a little bit too much accountability on me to help them. And I'm not a personal trainer, a nutritionist, a fitness coach, or anything like that. I'm just a normal person that's going on a health kick, essentially. So I'm not qualified.
No, I try and say to people in some videos, like I've been on a live before and somebody's asked me questions about what they should be eating, how many calories they should be eating. And I say, look, by all means, I'm not an expert at all.
Yeah,
Like my research based on me, I
yeah,
can advise what's helped me. I can tell you what I use to work out my calories. Like I can help, like I can give you some advice, but I can't guarantee that that's even right for you because
yeah.
everyone's so different.
Exactly. I mean, I do give advice to people, but I try and keep it quite broad, not too specific. And people, I think you have to view it almost as trial and error. Give something a go and see how you feel, but don't think, oh, this is what I do forever. And then if it works, keep going. And that's another thing. If some people say to me, oh, I've been losing weight, and but do you think I need to change it? No way. If it's working for you and you're feeling good, carry on.
Yeah, keep doing that. Yeah.
So so you talked about the fitness. What would two other tips be for sort of sticking to a health kick be?
Definitely make sure that you are eating food that you're going to enjoy
Yeah.
because as when I've been on diets, I think, oh my goodness, like it's just rubbish. Like it's boring. It's salad, 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 fruit and
Hmm.
salad and veg. It's not that at all. Like you can still eat all of your favorite things.
Yeah.
Like I eat that every other day. If I want a bag of crisps, I'll have a bag of crisps.
Yeah.
And this doesn't even feel like a diet anymore because it's a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
I'm adapting to the new way I'm eating. And
Hmm.
if I want something, I'm going to tell myself no. If it's over the calories for the day, it's over the calories for the day. Like you've got to make it sustainable so that you're going to stick at it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to work. You'll end up going over the calories again and again and again. And then you think, oh, well, I'm just not going to do it anymore.
Hmm.
So, definitely eating my favorite things still so
Yeah.
that I know I can. And then something else that's really helped me is just finding low calorie versions of everything because
Yes.
it
Yeah.
like low calorie versions of everything do exist.
Yeah. Or adapting the meal slightly. Just
Yeah,
thinking, or even having half. So rather than having the whole pizza, have half the pizza, but you've still got the other half that you can have tomorrow or a few days time.
Yeah. What else? I was going to say something else. Lots of water as well.
Yes.
Because I never ever used to drink the amount of water I drink now.
Yeah.
Flavored water's really helped me because I do love like just normal water,
Yeah.
but flavored water, if I think like, oh, I don't think I can even drink any more water. Flavored water, the big Volvic ones, they have helped me, and I know that they're 1.5 liters each. So I know that if I drink 2 of those a day, that's my 3 liters done.
Yeah, you're sorted. I completely
Yeah,
agree with the water. And at first, you think, oh, because I try and hit 4 every day. And at first, it seems like a lot. But then you get into this like habit where you just want to drink all the time, I find. And it's so much easier. And
yeah,
I have squash now, but I just have like no calorie or low calorie squash because it's easier. It's way easier to drink, a bit of flavor.
makes it a lot nicer, doesn't it? Instead of
It
just thinking, oh, I've
massively does.
just
Definitely. And because I have that, I don't have the craving of wanting to have like fizzy drinks or anything.
yeah.
So do you have like a weight goal in mind, or what? Talk to me a little bit about that.
So I don't actually have a weight goal in mind. So I'm 17 pounds down now since
Wow.
the 6th of January.
Wow.
Um, and to me, like I can physically see changes. I've taken some photos and I
Yeah.
can see a massive difference
Yeah.
physically. I'm thinking of posting them. I'm not too sure. I don't know if I want to
Ooh.
post them yet. Wait until I'm
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Um, but to me, I just feel like I'm going to keep going until I feel like until I like the way I look again,
Yeah.
until I feel that's how I want to look, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
it's dress sizes for me,
Hmm.
um physically what weight I'd like to be. I'd like to fit into back into a size 10,
Yeah.
if not below. But yeah, 10's a good size for me because a couple of years ago I was a size 8 to 10, and
Yeah.
now I'm size 14 to 16. So I know
Yeah.
I've not got a massive to go, but yeah,
Yeah.
definitely want until I feel happy again in myself.
I think that's so good because we focus so much on the number, and I've even focused on the number. But every time I've got to the number, I think, wow, I feel amazing when I hit 1 stone, 2 stone. But I get there, and immediately I think I could do 2.5 stone, or could I do 3 stone? I mean, I don't think I could do 3, but it's hard not to keep pushing the goal back when you focus on the numbers.
Yeah. And I found that the scales for me, I know they're scales and I know they're right, but for me, weighing weekly, I'll step on the scales and I'll think, oh, that's like I've lost more than that. But
Yeah,
obviously, as I'm working out, I'm building muscle. So I could be
yeah,
building muscle, that the whole water retention thing.
yeah,
So to keep myself to keep myself happy and to make sure I'm staying on track and I am doing the right thing, even if the scales are staying the same or even going up, I've got my photos to look back on. I'm
yeah,
taking measurements.
yeah,
I know that although the scales are just a number, I am doing what I should be and I am staying on the right track, you know? That's
yeah.
really helped me.
I find that that weekly weigh-in can really affect my mood of the day, or maybe it used to a lot. And yeah, having those other things, like I've got my waist measurement, and sometimes I hold the measuring tape where it used to be, and I'm like, wow, I've got like this gap now where it used to be. And yeah, those non-scale victories I think are so important.
I agree. Yeah, they are brilliant. Yeah, I've done the same. I only started doing my waist measurements about 4 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and literally Friday when I weighed, I did my measurements after, and I thought, wow, okay, I've lost another this week.
Wow.
And then
Yeah.
I've looked at think, oh wow. And it's really weird, but I don't have a full length mirror in my bedroom. There's
Okay.
one upstairs room. So every time I go up to the full length mirror, which is like once every month,
Hmm.
I can see how much like physically I have changed. And then I take my photos and I'm like, wow, okay, I need to give myself some credit here.
Yeah, you do. And we have to celebrate this. We have to celebrate like what we've done. Like even if the scale's not changed, the measurement's not changed, but you're feeling better and you've stuck to your plan, like that's amazing, because I've given up so many times in the past. So just
So
even
have I.
sticking to it.
I feel so much more different as well. Like I have so much more energy. I can feel my fitness levels changing as well. Like
Yeah.
there's a near where we live, and me and my boyfriend used to go up there like every day last summer, and it
Mm-hmm.
would take us a little to get up there. He's a lot fitter than me, so he'd get up there before me, and I'd be a bit
Yeah.
behind. Whereas the other day when it was sunny for the first time in like a year, and I was like keeping up with him, and we got to the
Wow.
top, and he was like tough, and I was like, yeah, and I really can feel my fitness is improving so much more, where I'm working out more, just have so much more energy, and all of this is just making me feel so much happier.
Yeah. It's amazing. Like I know the feeling. It's so good, and I find like even just moving around, like even when I'm in the doing the food shop, like the way I'm moving, I just feel more like I've got loads of energy. Like I'm loaded with energy in a way that I just was not before.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I think when you know that you've like stuck to it and you've lost a certain amount of weight and you're seeing different, the way you carry yourself changes as well, doesn't it? Like when I'm walking
Yeah,
through the park on my walk, I'm like, people are probably thinking, whoa, she's lost weight, and they're literally not thinking anything at all.
I know exactly what you mean. I still do like wear oversized baggy clothes because that's just my comfort style since I've
Yeah.
put on from how I used to look. And I can feel myself now like wearing clothes, and I'm like, oh, like I like this. I feel
Yeah.
good.
It's so good when you just think, God, yeah, okay.
You're feeling yourself.
Yeah, I'm feeling myself, but I think it's because I've had so many years of being just so disappointed with myself that yeah, it's good to just own it now.
I agree. And I like my mum is my biggest support, bless her. And I sometimes I don't believe her because we live together.
Yeah.
So it's like you every day, like I'm not sure you can actually see the
Mm,
differences yet. My boyfriend lives with us too, and he like doesn't really see a lot of changes in me yet. But my mum will tell me every day, like, oh my goodness, like you look amazing, your bum's
wow.
looking different, you're looking different. And I'm like, Mum, like I don't know if I even can believe her. But after seeing my progress pictures, I'm like, yeah, okay, definitely.
So do you think that you're going to post your progress pictures?
I think I might. I think I
Yeah.
might. I feel I'm gonna get a few more like over the next couple of days, and then I've got a few before ones, and then I'll have like a little collection of currently.
Joe,
And then I might post.
I wish I could go back and take so many more before photos and videos, because I just have to use the same footage over and over again. But even when I filmed that was really scary. Even though at the time I thought no one was ever going to see it. But yeah, I wish I had more to work with, and I wish I'd sort of taken more in the early days, because I really only documented it since I lost about a stone onwards.
Really.
So it's only been the last stone that's really been documented. But
Oh,
yeah.
at least you're documenting it now.
Yes, yeah. No, it's really good, and it's so good to look back. I mean, even I look back to my videos in early January and I can see a difference in my face shape, and I think that's what I notice in other people. Like people's face looks different.
I've noticed that in myself. So right back to my first ever video, my face, like here,
Yeah.
is way like chubbier, and like my cheeks look like chipmunk cheeks, and they're huge now, and I'm like, wow. And I think, oh, my face is like coming back into a nice shape and how I
Yeah.
want it to look.
You know, in like face editing apps, or even like on here, you can do like contour and stuff. I
Yeah.
I feel like there's occasions now where I look into the camera and I think, oh, I've got the contour thing on, and I don't, and I'm like, oh, she's just
Oh,
chiseled.
nice. Yeah.
But it's so good, that stuff, and you have to do it for you, don't you? You just can't do it for
Yeah.
anybody else.
And I just feel like it was just the right time for me to do it because I'm on furlough at the minute,
Yeah.
and the few lockdowns, like I didn't think there was anything wrong with the way I looked. I
Yeah.
didn't think there was wrong with my eating habits. And to look back now, I think, wow, okay, most days I was eating probably enough for two people, if not
Me too.
three,
Me too.
which is scary, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
it
I
is
think
scary.
when I worked out my calories, I think I genuinely was on around 3,000 a day, and at the weekends, more like four. And I was just in denial, I think, really, with what the situation was.
So was I. And if my mum would try and say to me, like, oh, Mill, like, I think you've had a bit much of that, or, oh, should you be having that, like, third takeaway of the day? And I'm like, mum, and I'll head off. And I'll be
Yeah.
like, well, it's my decision. I'll do what I want. And now looking back at it, I'm like, wow, I ate so much. And
Yeah.
I care about the calories because that was irrelevant to me at the time.
Yeah.
And I look back, oh, like I'd eat the whole thing of this, or I drink the whole thing of this. Fizzy
Yeah.
drinks wouldn't look at the calories, didn't care. Energy
Yeah.
drinks wouldn't care, and it
Yeah.
wouldn't be low sugar. It wouldn't be anything. I just
Mhm.
drink it and eat it and thinking twice.
Me too. I was so unaware of what I was doing. But now
I
I have all those things that I want,
mm,
but I just have a smaller amount of it,
yeah.
or the different lighter version.
Yeah, which I think is great because yeah, I'd never ever check a calorie label before eating anything. And if it came to like takeaways, me and my boyfriend would get like two things and then share. And then I used to think my boyfriend's like 6 foot, and I used to think, oh yeah, like I can eat as much as you. And it was
Yeah,
almost like a competition.
I
Like,
know.
yeah, I can. And my parents have said to me before, you cannot eat as much as Matt. Like,
Yeah.
you just can't. Their heads off bat. And I'd be like, yes, I can. No,
Isn't it so funny? Like looking back now, you can see that actually they had a point. But at the time, I felt like that in the past as well. You're fuming, like, how dare you? But now it's like,
I,
oh.
yeah,
But I think getting into a relationship as well, you go out for food all the time. It's very much centered around food and drinking. And I'm exactly the same. I would always eat the exact same portions as my ex, and then I wonder why I'm a stone heavier.
yeah. And it was really hard because before me and Matt got together, we've been together for nearly 2.5 years now. And before we
Yeah.
got together, um, I was very slim. So we got together, I put a lot of weight. I probably put on around 5 or 6 stone since
Oh
we've
wow.
been
Okay.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and he'd be saying, oh no, 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 like you look really good, blah blah. And I
Yeah.
think, yeah, feel good. Like I used to feel good
Mm.
and I don't feel more. So I knew that I just had to do it for myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first round, I didn't see anything was wrong with it. I didn't feel like anything was me or the way I was eating. And then I went back to work, and then it kind of went out of my mind anyway that I needed to do anything and sort myself out. And then the third lockdown, I thought, right, I need to change something here
This
because
is it. Yeah.
this is not okay what I'm doing. Like
And
I'm horrible, like I'm being horrible to myself with the way I'm eating and
yeah.
no exercise. Like that's
Mhm.
not good for me.
Yeah, and I think it's the main thing for me is how you feel, and I think if one of my friends is double the size of me but feels good, moves a lot, fuels themselves with the food that they want, then that's fine. I don't think there's a certain look or a certain weight that we all need to aspire to, but I think
No.
there's a certain feeling we all need to aspire to because we all deserve it.
Yeah, I agree. And I can finally feel that feeling coming back, even though I still know that I probably still have a good few stone to go. I am starting to feel so happy and content in my own skin again. And that to
Amazing.
me, well, like that's priceless to me.
I completely agree. So if you could go back and you walked through the door and there you were sat eating your three takeaways of the day, what would you say to yourself?
Put that down. Put that down. Put that down. You need it. One takeaway like is enough. You don't need all three. You don't need a McDonald's breakfast. You don't need KFC for lunch, and then you don't need Domino's for dinner. Like no. And I used to probably have 4 takeaways a week, if not
Yeah.
more. And it wasn't even just the takeaways. Like I said, it was like full fat drinks, chocolate crisps,
Mm-hmm.
and I just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. Snack. I'd eat when I was bored. I'd eat if I wasn't even hungry. Even when I was full, I would still be eating because
Yeah.
I as if I had to eat it all. I just had to eat everything.
And when you're looking back to yourself, you're kind of harsh on old you. Is there any kind of like kindness that you'd want to say? Because I think I was maybe unhappy because I felt a bit insecure about things. Whereas if I could go back, I'd almost give myself a hug and be like, "Do you know what, you're fine, you're okay, you can do this," and like give myself that almost permission in a supportive way to like actually start doing it and make changes.
I'd probably go back and I'd say you're not being very kind to yourself.
Yeah.
I'd go back to that, but I guess if I hadn't have been through all of that and I hadn't have done all of that, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I still probably wouldn't realize that there was anything wrong with the way I was eating.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I probably would say like, Mills, come on, you need to be
Yeah.
kinder to me.
Like that older sister, I wish I could go back and be that role. But what I'm hoping is that we can be that role for other people who are right at the start.
I agree. And I hope that, like, I've had so many messages lately saying that I've inspired them to do this, or I've helped them with this, or, they've got meal inspiration from something I've eaten. And I think, oh my
Yeah.
goodness, like, just knowing that I've helped even one person,
Yeah.
to me, incredible. Like, if
Yeah.
somebody has learned something, or if somebody's happy with something I've done, I think, oh, okay, like I wish I had somebody there to, be giving me all of this inspiration when I started or before I'd
Yeah.
even started, look up to.
Yeah. Me too. Definitely. Oh, well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Right. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it's been so good. I just think it's so nice to be able to connect with other people who are doing a similar thing.
Same. And to chat and share ideas and just to share how
Yeah.
you're feeling. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, because even like some of the stuff we talked around, like anxiety and how we used to feel, I feel so much better and so much more determined to keep going because I know that I'm not the only one that's been through this.
Never alone. It's so nice that I love that you've changed your name as well. I think that's brilliant.
Yay.
Your videos the other day, and I thought, oh, it's so nice that I don't know how I found your account. I think it might have even been you tagged me in one of your videos, and I thought, wow, how have I not come across this account sooner? And yeah, your videos are really great, really helpful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Um,
So what I'll do today is I will edit the live and create a shorter one for TikTok, and then also I'm going to put it onto my YouTube channel. But I will send both to you before I do that, so you can just check you're happy with it.
Perfect. Can't
Oh,
wait.
thank you so much, and I'll speak to you
You're
soon.
welcome. Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.